Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and, frankly, weirdest mysteries of the human brain, the phantom limb. It's a phenomenon that really makes you question everything you think you know about your own body and your own mind. So let's just start with the biggest question right off the bat. How is it even possible to feel something that doesn't exist? And I mean really feel it. An itch, a twitch, even a painful cramp in a leg or an arm that you know for a fact is gone. And get this, it's not just a human thing. Just look at this cat right here. Even months after losing its leg, it instinctively tries to use it. It's like the brain's blueprint of the body is so powerful, so deeply ingrained that it just refuses to believe the leg is gone. So you might be thinking this is some rare, bizarre condition, right? Well, the numbers are absolutely staggering. Somewhere between 80 and 100% of people who've had an amputation experience a phantom limb. This isn't an anomaly. It's pretty much the standard experience. Okay, so let's break it down. What does it actually mean to have this ghost in the body? What are people really going through when they experience a phantom limb? At its core, the definition is pretty simple. A phantom limb is that super vivid, ongoing feeling that a missing part of your body is still right there, attached just like it always was. It's not a memory, it's a real-time active sensation, a sensory ghost created entirely by the brain. And what people feel is just all over the map. I mean, can you imagine trying to pick something up with a hand that isn't there? Or feeling an itch you can never ever scratch? Some people feel their phantom limb is stuck in a painful position. A common one is the feeling of a hand clenched into a fist so tight that the phantom fingernails are digging into the phantom palm. It's intense. You know, this whole mystery isn't new at all. For centuries, doctors have been completely stumped by this. How can someone feel pain in a place that no longer exists? It's a puzzle that has forced us to totally rethink how the brain and the body are connected. And when I say centuries, I mean it. We've got records from the 1500s of a surgeon, Ambroise Paré, describing this exact thing. But it took until 1872 for someone to even give it a name, phantom limb. And the really big twist didn't even come until the late 1980s, when a researcher found that people who were born without limbs could still feel them. Now that really threw everyone for a loop. And you just got to appreciate this quote from the guy who named it, Silas Weir Mitchell, a sensory ghost of that much of himself. It's so poetic, right? It really captures that haunting feeling of carrying a piece of yourself that's physically gone but still there. All right, so that brings us to the modern era and to the groundbreaking science that finally started to crack the code. And the answer, it turns out, wasn't in the limb at all. It was in the brain. For the longest time, the main theory was pretty simple. It must be irritated nerve endings at the stump causing all the trouble. It made sense, right? A problem with the wiring. But the modern theory is so much cooler. It says the problem isn't in the nerves, it's in the brain itself. The brain has this map of the entire body, and when one part of that map suddenly stops getting signals, it doesn't just go quiet. It rewires. It reorganizes. And the first big clue that this was really happening came from some studies on monkeys back in 1991. Scientists saw that after a monkey lost a limb, the part of its brain that was mapped to that limb got invaded. The neighboring brain regions basically took over that unused real estate. This was huge. It showed that the brain wasn't a fixed, hardwired computer. It's more like a dynamic, constantly changing landscape. And this is where the story gets really good. A neuroscientist named V.S. Ramachandran had this incredible aha moment. See, on the brain's map, the area for the face is right next to the area for the hand. So he thought, what if the face area took over the now silent hand area? He tried a simple test. He gently touched an amputee's face. And you won't believe what happened. The patient felt it on his face, of course, but he also felt the exact same sensation on his phantom hand. It was the ultimate proof that the brain had rewired itself. Okay, so if the brain can rewire itself to cause this problem, here's the next logical question. Can we trick it into rewiring itself again to fix the problem? Can we hack the brain to relieve the pain? It turns out, yeah, we can. And one of the most brilliant solutions is this incredibly simple thing right here, a mirror box. It was developed by the same guy, Dr. Ramachandran, and it's just amazing proof that sometimes the most elegant solution to a complex brain problem is a box with a mirror in it. So here's how this ingenious trick works. The patient puts their good hand on one side of the mirror and their stump on the other. When they look at the reflection of their good hand, it looks like their missing hand is back.
Then, as they move their good hand, their brain sees the phantom hand moving too. This visual feedback is so powerful, it can actually trick the brain. For someone whose phantom hand has been clenched in a painful fist for years, they can finally see it unclench, and the pain just melts away. It's incredible.
Now, of course, we've got to be realistic. It's not a magic cure-all. While mirror therapy is promising, and it's super simple and cheap, the scientific research is still a bit mixed. We're still figuring out exactly how well it works and who it works best for, but it's a huge step in the right direction.
And here's where things get even weirder, because it turns out this whole phantom phenomenon isn't just about arms and legs. The brain's ability to create these sensory ghosts applies to almost any body part.
Seriously, check this out. People have reported phantom breasts after a mastectomy, phantom teeth after an extraction, even phantom eyes that can still see. And in a really fascinating development, some transgender people have reported feeling phantom genitals after gender-affirming surgery. It's just a powerful reminder that our brain's map of our body is tied up in our deepest sense of identity. So what's the big takeaway here? I mean, if your brain can construct a totally convincing, feeling, itching, painful ghost of a body part that isn't there, what does that say about our sense of self? Are we our physical bodies? Or are we the story that this incredible, powerful, and sometimes buggy machine in our heads tells us we are? The phantom limb doesn't give us an easy answer, but it definitely leaves you with a lot to think about.